And we're live. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to round 20 of Assist Tier 1 here at IIRL. You've got your regular streaming duo back this week. It's Corgi and
Socks is back again.
the
Of
more
course, did it on
consistent
my
one at the
own.
moment.
Did it on my own last week, and I think it went pretty well, if I do say so myself.
Well, I had it on while I was doing my reading that I had to do, and I thought it was great. Honestly, I thought you did a great job.
I
Um,
very much appreciate that.
it was good fun to watch. Also, it was
Uh,
nice to be on the other foot doing the entertainment.
uh, yes, of course. Starting the season the other way around when you were commentating with Alex. So
Yeah, because you were the one keeping us entertained in the chat the entire time.
yes, exactly. And then it just decided to join the booth one day and haven't looked back. Good
It's
evening, Johnny B.
even in Johnny B. It's like that. Do you remember a little while ago they did that thing with the real F1 where it was like enter a competition and you'd get to sit and do some commentary during like a practice session in real life.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
That's what it was. You won your chance into the box.
I won it, and now I've got it, and they never kicked me out.
Why would we kick you out? You're a fantastic addition. And I think we're getting our first lap starter now. Here we have Cod Camper around this 4.3 kilometer track. Burning a lot of battery there up into
I-
down the straight.
I'll do the thing. It's a very long way into turn one, and a very fast section here.
The Korean Chandok approach.
People who know.
Oh, I thought you were going to keep taking us through the lab.
Oh,
I've been.
I was going into turn sector two here. Cod very nice on exit. Uses a bit of battery into the fast right-hander before the S's. Seems to do very well. He's got a very nice run on him. This section is very flat at certain times in during quali. And straight line down into the stadium section, breaks at the curb. Doesn't use all the runoff on exit, but
Ooh, nice and tight
first
through there.
section, very tight section. It's very difficult to get your foot off. So all the battery to the line, and he sets a 1:14.7.
It's a good time. I think we've got Sano crossing the line next. Oh, he is absolutely flat through those S's. I think that's my favourite part of this track is the S's. You
Oh,
can keep
100%.
you can keep your foot planted in through there, then you are sorted.
You are flying. If you have the confidence to do that, it's very difficult to do during the race. You will really ruin your tires out, but in quali, it's just an absolute beaut.
Pips Cod Camper by 5/10. It's Rothwell crossing the line next.
Of course, our
Oh no,
82, oh, invalidated. So,
you've got a bit of an echo, mate.
oh,
Sorry. You have to unplug and replug that mic. Johnny B and 114.8. Jakob though 114.2.
and then Chaz, of course, goes and ruins it. Chaz is our
Gone.
Chaz is our first driver in the 13s tonight.
That's pacey.
Very. I mean, I don't know what lap times you've been doing in your practice for 82 on Sunday, but
Well, I did a run yesterday. Wow.
deflated
113.7.
in the practice session on Monday. Deflated was flying, no assists, so I'm expecting him to be very much up there again tonight.
I did a Yeah, last night I managed a 114.6 that was on a one-shot quali, so you didn't really have time to prep the car
Oh
properly.
yeah.
Um, but so it was kind of like start Q2 grip. Um, So that means that I've got a way to go yet if I want to compete with any of these guys.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, my best time would have put me P5 at the current moment.
Yeah, I think that's where I would have been as well. In Q1 on Tuesday, do you mean?
I, of course, was not racing on Tuesday,
No,
so I
no.
do not know the quality times, and I didn't end up checking them.
I
In fact,
think,
I could do that now.
yeah, P5 was
But
about 114.4, I think.
let me do my research. So in Q1, of course, doing laps with assist, my best time would have been P5
Yeah.
in Q1 and NA. And as we say, that Exotic, our championship leader, of course, goes P1.
That is pacey.
Very good. His teammate and championship rival Bien Beast is not racing tonight, unfortunately. And we'll have to see how that unfolds for the last
Well, I mean,
three, four races towards the end
yeah,
of the season.
yeah. I mean, they've
But
wrapped up the constructors now, haven't they? Between the two of them.
yes, that happened, of course, last week in Kota. We'll just have to see how if um Exotic will be able to conjure up the drivers' championship anytime soon. Which,
113.6 for Top Gun.
if my brain works its magic, does that mean if after this race there is a gap of more than 75 points, Björn, not Björn, Exotic wins the drivers?
No, we've got two
Or is
sprints
that?
left. We've got
Oh,
Brazil
okay.
sprint, so it's 25. What? Because we've got four races after this. So that's 100 points
Oh, yeah.
plus 16 plus 4. So there's 120 points left to snag yet. So yeah, if Exotic won this race, then there would be if he gets fastest lap, then there's 94 points left to get. So that's not outside the realms of, if not this race, then definitely next race.
Yes, we'll have to see how wait to see how that unfolds.
See what Rothwell's gonna do here on this one. I realize we've been chatting and I've missed people's laps.
Uh, well, um, all you need to know is that Willow is P1.
113.3. That is impressive.
Yeah, Willow very quick is taking up a seat in the Sauber F. Was it Stake F1 Team Kick Sauber?
Something like that, yeah. Kick your steaks.
I prefer to eat them, thank you.
See, Rothwell's one I want to kind of keep a bit of an eye on here because, you know, he had some real good pace in. It has had some real good pace in AT2, and this is a nice track. I don't know about anybody else, but I
Yes.
absolutely love this track. I hear loads of people say how much they hate this track.
I like the track, but I there are sections of it which I really dislike. So I mean
Oh, he
basically
was
the only
right
bit.
on the mark there for the.
Yes, that was
Go on, sorry.
it was very close there. But anyway, yeah, I really dislike the stadium section on this track.
Yeah,
I
it's.
think
Yeah.
it's just it's too slow and too windy for my driving style in this world. So it just
Ah,
doesn't
smaller
suit my
smiley
driving.
invalidated just out of the S's.
That is unfortunate for him.
Moving
He
out of the
does
way.
have time to go again.
Moving out of the way to let Deflated Wee go by.
Yeah, Deflated is about to restart a lap. It seems like our drivers are going for 3 runs in this session. As we have a very long
It's right on
perhaps
board with Wee, and let's see what he can do here. Get the pad perspective. Goes a bit wide out. taking a bit more curb, jumps that little sausage curb, which I think is important. You got to keep it nice and tight on the entrance to turn 2. And gets a fast exit out of turn 3. Coming down to turn 4, he doesn't take all the curb on the outside. He does do a little bump though over that sausage curb, which can really unsettle the car and throw you off. Ooh.
Oh, goes and validates.
Yeah, I was about to say he's taking a lot of speed through that corner and detrimental that to his pace. Or detrimental to his lap. Let's have a look at
very unfortunate.
Chaz though. Chaz keeps it a lot tighter in that part. He comes into the S's, just throws the car in and stays almost perfectly flat through the S's there. Over those curbs. Taking it nice and tight. Bit of overtake to launch you out of turn 11. Down into turn 12. You've got to be careful there that you don't lose the rear if you take too much of that curb.
Yeah.
And here's how the stadium section's done. That was nice.
Those curbs are a nightmare.
Goes overtake all the way to the line. Doesn't improve. Improves by 57 thousandths. Not enough.
Sebastian improves up to 8th place as well on his lap, which means the Ferrari, not the Ferrari, both the Haas and Ferrari are on warm-up laps, I think.
Good job, Sano was on an in lap there because it looked like Sano was going to get in his way a little.
Both on in laps. So.
Chaz ran out of fuel. No, he's just going very slowly. Through there. Don't know who is on a lap now.
I think the next car to the line is Top Gun.
Top Gun was on a lap. He was up 2/10, but he invalidated in the stadium
okay.
section.
Sebastian is on an in lap.
Yeah, 5 seconds.
It's the not the Mercedes of Exotic.
It's just Smiley, I think.
Yes, smaller Smileys.
No, exactly, it's not.
No.
See, let's see if Smiley can do it this time without invalidating. Down into turn 4. We gets a little wide there. Or keeps it clean this time. Wide exit, keeps it between the lines though.
Lovely traction.
Throwing it into turn 7. Flat on the throttle here through the S-bends. Got to be careful not to go out too wide here. Very easy, commonplace for people to invalidate. Ride that curb down into turn 12. Light braking here. You're at real risk of locking up if you take that badly. Oh, really good run through the castle section there.
That looks so nice through the stadium section there.
Stadium even, yeah. And runs to do P12. 114.7. Wow, look at the top. Look at 10, 11, and 12.
Oh wow, that is incredible stuff. This is to see all 3 drivers so close, especially Cod Camper and Padge.
Yeah,
2,000ths of each other.
Let's finish watching Padge. I feel like Padge doesn't get enough FaceTime on stream.
Yes, there's Padge, of course, races and can race in all 3 tiers, so we have in IIRL. So we'll see what he can do on the ending to his lap.
He gets a bit of understeer there into turn 12, but he's got a purple. Oh
no!
He had a purple middle sector there as well.
Yeah, however, do you know that this world and purple sector times are not too reliable until they come to the line?
Yeah, the purple sectors are alright, I feel. And like if you've got everyone if everyone hasn't retired, then and it's not your first lap.
I think it's everyone that's on track.
I think it's everyone. I don't know, but I think it's everyone that's thinged. But then again, I really don't know. I don't know whether or not to trust it ever. I see the purple come up in the top, and I'm like, yeah, and then I'm like, oh no. I got
I
three
mean,
purple sectors and I got P12. It doesn't
in
help either
82,
that.
it's usually the other way
Yeah,
around.
yeah. It's the thing is, if you get you can have a purple sector up there, but if someone behind you goes purple, it doesn't update on yours. So you'll still see the three, like you'll see like green, purple, and then if somebody goes and does a purple sector 2 while you're in sector 3, it doesn't update, so it still looks like you've got like purple sectors, and then it throws you off.
As we have Girthy Steve join us in the session. He has raced in the last two 82 races in Singapore and Kota. Did a very good showing in 82 in Singapore when it was, of course, a wet race.
Yep.
Be sure to go check that one out if you didn't see it. It was very hectic.
Johnny B says he thinks it's everyone that's on track. I think the
Yeah,
short
Johnny
answer
B
is
agrees with me.
I don't know, but I'm going to agree with you two because you are my.
We are
Oh, it's okay. It's an outlap. Yeah, I've been outvoted here, so as far as I'm concerned, you're right. This is a democracy.
the.
Everyone's on outlaps now. Look at that queuing in Sector 2.
Everyone is now on their way out. Chaz and Cod Camper, who are on laps, will hope that they don't catch it up into the stadium section, otherwise there is a very big risk of traffic.
Cars everywhere.
There is a massive car park somewhere.
Cod Camper's on a lap. Sebastian's on a lap. Chaz is on a lap. And Chaz is going to catch that pile of cars in a minute.
Yeah, we'll have to see how that unfolds, as cars are now holding each other up as we are.
I don't think Chaz is warm up lapping.
Oh, okay.
So let's see. I think it's Cod Camper that could meet the back of this pack.
Oh, I think he might just get away with it.
Oh, yeah, he's going to be clean now. Everyone in front of him is going to be putting their foot down to get to the line. That was spicy.
This is good. Steve is next across the line. I've been watching his laps, so...
What's he done? 1:15.7. Not bad, considering he didn't have a chance to improve practice. Exotic Plains is not improving through the first sector. Who's behind him? I think it's Deflated Wee.
Willow is also behind and has improved ever so slightly in Sector 1.
Let's see if Deflated Wee is improving through Sector 2. He is
Exotic has invalidated. So Exotic will not be on pole.
Trying to find everyone and see how well they're doing through the sectors to try and get an idea of who's going to go where, but...
No, we'll have to see as they come along lines.
Yaz is improved by a 10th.
Deflated goes P4.
Willow is up 2 tenths.
Top Gun is next.
Marginally improving.
Doesn't improve position.
Seno takes P7.
Rothwell goes P9. Great lap from him.
Top
Chaz P2. And Willow improves,
Jesus.
almost getting in the 12s. Oh, that is...
Smiley takes P4 to P7. And Girthy goes around at the final corner. I caught that on stream.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
So just take it
one that we might have missed is Jakob is in P4.
P4.
Incredible.
Round of applause to everybody. Round of applause to everybody. Check out mine and Cod's time. Oh my god. Oh my god, Cod and Johnny B have got identical times.
Oh my.
Wow. Evening, Rids.
Good evening, Rids.
That's close. That is
some next level stuff. And also, Jakob and Top Gun's time are very close. And Exotic and Chaz are separated by 400. I think, no, not 400.
Well,
Yeah, 400s.
I clap, 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 clap for everybody who raced here this evening. That's the end of qualifying, so we'll see you again Sunday for 82. This is the race order now. No, I'm really excited for this race. I love Mexico, and it produces some fantastic racing.
Honestly, it is that Willow might not be so happy with being on pole here.
No, Exotic
Given.
Plains has strategically, perfectly taken the perfect place to start this race.
Yes, exactly.
P3 is Mexican pole.
And Willow has also said that that is a PB from him.
A peanut butter.
No jelly, please.
Why does that sound like some kind of like peanut butter? Hold the jelly.
Because it is.
It is what it is.
What it is. Yes. It looks like it's going to be dry for this race, unfortunately. So,
Aww.
what was you raced on Tuesday? You've got the inside information. What can we expect from the racing round here?
About 4 laps in, an 82 driver spins at turn 11, puts it in a wall, loses his front wing, causes a safety car, and then as he tries to drive away, wheel spins and blows up his front wheel, ending his race. That was me.
I was going to say that was a very good race in detail. So was that you? And that was 4 laps in.
I think at 4 or 5 laps in, it was really bad. Like
Oh wow!
it was literally so like I went to pull out of turn 11 with no front wing. Obviously the rears were hot because basically what happened is they're taking it through the out of the exit of turn 11, so the very end of the S's. And as they did that, the rear end just sort of kept going, and the car just kind of drove sideways, hit the wall, lost the front wing, and as I went to reversed, turned it around, and as I went to send it off, the rear just sort of like went out to my right, the front left tapped the wall and just came off the car. So
Okay.
I think that's what we can expect from the racing.
You'll be hoping not to repeat that on Sunday.
Oh yeah, I will. This one I'll have a line on then.
Yeah.
So
Well, I hope so.
But it's very much a medium-hard strategy here. If nothing goes wrong,
Great strategy choice.
you can, in theory, at Mexico, make the two-stop work.
Yes, in my little research, it showed that the one stop was better than the two stop, but the research wasn't really well equipped due to unforeseen circumstances of spins. So
I think it depends on how many what drivers are doing. Really, it's kind of like if there's an incident and you've got the gap to pit a bit earlier, it's safe. But the undercut can be pretty nasty here if you're not careful, just because of the amount of time that you pick up in Sector 2 with newer tyres. Obviously, Sector 1 is pretty much, it doesn't really matter what tyres you have, you'll make it around, because it's 2 big straights and 2 slow corners.
yeah, exactly.
But Sector 2 is such a high-paced section of the track. If you're not careful, you can get undercut very easily here.
Yes.
Particularly,
not a very fun one.
Yeah, it's particularly if you happen to come out of the pits and snag a cheeky bit of DRS down that second. Well, technically it's zone 1, isn't it?
Yeah, the detection point is both same for.
Yeah, I mean because technically DRS detection zone 1 is in sector 2, and then zone 2 is in sector 3 for sector 1. It's a bit odd. It's also the most annoying one.
Higgledy-piggledy.
I don't like the fact that the DRS straight here is so long. Obviously they've shortened it in real life now, but it's so long in this game, and you don't get that DRS, that second DRS, if you lose P1.
Exactly. I mean, I really wish
Evening,
there
Bjorn.
would be I really wish there would be a second ERS detection point for the
Hmm.
3-4 straight. However, I don't know where they put it. I mean, they could
What's the
put it in
quali
like
grid?
turn 2. Willow is P1. I forgot after that point. Chaz P2, I think. Was it
I don't
Chaz?
remember. I took a screenshot of it, but I don't remember.
Well, Exotic is P3, and Jakob is P4, and Top Gun is P5. Those are the ones I do remember.
Well, oh, I haven't given any. Oh, I hope that we did. I hope we gave people a time to start. Yeah, he did. Good.
He did.
I completely forgot. Because
In fact,
technically I'm hosting.
yeah,
And oh,
Chaz is P2.
Padge put
So,
the
as you can see
screenshot. Yeah.
now,
Yep. Oh,
as we are off for our formation lap, little fact for you, as all our drivers start on the mediums except for Girthy Steve. The Mexican Grand Prix, of course, is held in Mexico, if you did not know. And it started at 8 p.m. in GMT, which, if you're interested in time zones, I can't work out the time from here. I'm trying to use Google and make a joke about our time zone stuff.
our time zone time.
Yeah, time zone time. Because I want that patented. Of course, I mentioned it last week in my solo Kota stream. I think Björn is as excited for turn 1 as me and Corgi are. I'm very much looking forward to these very quick drivers going to turn 1. And Björn, if you're interested, Willow was on pole with a 1 minute 13.008. It was a very quick time. He
Oh, it
was
was
four
insane.
tenths ahead of second. Yes. Honestly, if I can reach those times, I think I would have completed life.
Yeah, retire.
Oh yeah, definitely. Deal with Rosberg.
Well, here we go. The car's wibbly wobbling to the line.
Doing their best safety car restart. Tire warming. Stuffs.
Jakob drove through the.
Yeah, we don't know what muscle he pressed to go through as deflated gets pushed back a little. And Exotic too. Of course, we were saying that Exotic is going to have a monster start, but
Gonna have your line.
and it's 5 red lights, and away they fly. Got it right this time.
Oh, here we go.
Couldn't
Let's
see.
jump on board with Exotic Planes so we can see what's going on. As he's
Uh,
twitching with the other two up into turn 1, riding on board with
they're
Jakob.
3 wide.
Oh, they are wide. They are.
Oh, Chaz is in the middle, and
Oh, bit of chaos there as Jakob
oh,
goes into the back of
and smaller Smiley has had a little coming together with someone.
Oh, has he got any wing damage?
He has, yeah,
Yeah, he's lost both
he
his
has
end
got
plates
end
somehow.
plate damage. So that has not gone well for smaller Smiley, but it is a long race still to go, so hopefully he can get back into it.
Jakob's fortunate he doesn't have any wing damage, because he rear-ended Exotic into turn 1, or into turn 3, sorry, 2. But Chaz has managed to make it out ahead somehow. I don't know how he survived that absolute carnage into turn 1.
I do not know. It looked like that Willow was going to be ahead going into turn 3 because he was on the outside and had the inside for turn 3, but obviously just. And as DRS is now enabled for that 2, we won't see it until sector 3. But all
Exotic takes a place from Willow, who's defending. Who's being Exotic being defended off by Exotic Planes. Oh, they're going wide here.
All the exotic has a look down, turns to the outside.
They're
Chaz is very nice.
very much
Chaz is
still
being
alongside one another.
yes. Exotic has got the inside. Is oh exotic. Did Chaz run off the road there? If I'm,
I think he
it
did.
gives the place back,
I
but
don't
it's
know
now
if
on threat from Willow.
I don't know if Exotic gave him enough room there running through there. It was very hard to see from some of these camera angles, but it was
Yeah,
definitely some spicy fighting. I think Willow would have got a track limits infringement for that turn there.
I
Ways
will
down,
look at
Sebastian
that.
is losing places.
And you are correct, Mundo, with that one.
Planes takes the fastest lap, but he is under threat now from Chaz.
Johnny B and Rothwell are fighting down straight towards the back as well, swapping places, but back at the front of the grid,
Johnny B makes a
Chaz
double
has been...
overtake on Sebastian and Rothwell.
Ooh!
And he makes it ahead through turn 2 as well. So now that's Johnny B's taking us up 2 places.
Oh, and Exotic has had a look down the inside again into turn 4, but can't make it stick. Chaz stays ahead. We
Hard
are
racing from
battling
these
all
two.
over the field this time, this race.
And the whole grid is still pretty close together. I mean, that battling brought Johnny B over a second off the back of Cod Camper, unfortunately. So if he can
Yes, so
just...
John...
Oh,
Gertie Steve gets our first time penalty of the race. We
it's all,
should be seeing more to come, I imagine.
it's all that it's all that girth he's got. It's the width of the car.
Yes, his car is just a bit too...
Girth.
Yes. As Exotic will now probably have the move done on Chaz, as Chaz does not have DRS, but he goes defensive. Willow looks around the outside as well.
That is some close battling from these two. Oh, they make a little bit of contact. I don't think it was anything malicious, but it was just pushing like hard, trying to get both cars through there. Top Gun's going to have a look now on Chaz. Chaz might lose 3 positions here. Oh, again, bit of contact. Don't think it's anything malicious from either of the drivers. I think
Ooh,
Top Gun's going to have got it. Yeah, he's taken that place now.
Top Gun does have it.
Imagine that's unfortunate. 3 places down
The,
for poor Chaz.
and that's just how powerful the DRS is here, isn't it? If you do not have DRS down that long straight, you are in the mud.
I think Top Gun's just a little bit too far back to try and make 2 play to take Exotic as well here. If Exotic isn't careful, he will
And
lose the
Exotic
place.
sets the first lap. But he's going to get overtaken by Willow here. There's going to be a lot of swapping into this race.
Yeah, Top Gun was just a bit too far back there to be able to make anything work on Exotic as well.
I mean, it doesn't seem worthwhile for Top Gun to be risking anything so far because he knows that Exotic and Willow are going to be at each other's throats.
Smiley is progressively low. If you look, he's making gains on Padge. He's taken almost a second out of him this last lap.
Well, he also... I think he pitted for the mediums as well in his pit stop.
Well, Smiley, no, he's on hards now.
Well, yeah, so he must have pit again, maybe.
No, not to be 29 seconds back like that. That'd have to
No, he did not. That is...
He went from medium to hard and put a new wing on. So it could still come back to him yet. I mean, he had a bit of a dirty race on... Not personally a dirty race, but his race was a bit naff on Tuesday, but he managed to make it up into P5 at the end of the race. He had a spin, he had a hit, he broke his wing, but made it all the way back up.
So anything is possible.
Anything is possible here at Mexico. Chaz has dropped right off the back now, Top Gun. Deflated Wee and Jakob swap places into turn 1.
Johnny B gets past Sebastian as well.
Rothwell sneaked up into P9.
Yeah, he's done really well off the start. Unfortunately, he does have that 3 second time penalty, but
Well, look
you
at
know,
that
he can
now.
make something.
Smiley's another second up on Padge.
That's showing how. Yeah, as John in the comments has said that the hards can do pretty much the whole race.
Yeah, like he said, it's not ideal for him, but it could be worse. Which might spell. Oh, who's that?
Almost
It's
Padge,
Padge.
unfortunately for Padge,
His car's
having a little
intact though,
moment. That's what
and he's got
matters
DRS.
most. Somehow.
Who else is that? That Sebastian had gone round. He's lost part of his front wing.
So he'll have to box for another one.
I don't know. Honestly, I think if you're lucky, it's just end plate damage. You might get away with it. Jakob swaps back with deflated wheel. Willow's
Yeah,
still holding on to P1.
yeah. There's a bit of a gap now between 4 and 5. So whoever's in P5 isn't going to have DRS on the car ahead. So see a lot of swapping there as well.
But Top Gun's up in the P2 now.
Oh, it was the Ferrari Seno had a look on deflated wheat as well.
Yeah, smaller Smiley is 36 seconds off the front of the pack at the minute. So, oh, we gets a time penalty.
Which pit stop is about 20 seconds from my memory.
Yeah. So I mean that time checks out for smaller. Like he span, he had a front wing replacement, and he pit. So that would, you can see that a bit. I mean the pit would then be about almost 30 seconds in itself with a new front wing. So. But a safety car could change
And
all
he's
of
right
this.
back in.
Is Willow gonna hold off Top Gun? He is not. But he does hold off. Top Gun gets a little squirmy there out of
And
turn 1.
Sano has a little squirm in his move on deflated. But deflated has. They both have DRS as they both overtake Jakob. And Cod Camper has a look around the outside as well, but nothing comes of it.
Tell you what, seeing this race in between Sano and Wee, keeping it very close but very clean.
Of course, the former teammates as well earlier in the season. I mean,
Oh, of course
there
they
has
were.
been quite a bit. There's quite a big turnaround in AT1, so we have seen a lot of drivers change and switch and do all sorts of switcheroos.
It's like January for football season.
Jaco has a little.
I made a football funny.
You made a football funny.
Oh, here we go. Willow has taken Top Gun from
Lead.
P2.
Saying there is past deflated again.
John Johns just said no. You can just say Senna got promoted to Ferrari.
Yes, actually.
Padge.
We had a.
Sorry, Padge and Sebastian have just swapped places as they're scrambling through turn 1.
We had a naughty little driver swap that sees Sano take the seat. I think for the rest of the season, if I'm not mistaken.
I think so. Yeah, maybe, possibly.
Oh,
It's
I
on
can't
the
remember,
list.
but
It's on the list. I'm keeping an eye on Chaz here as he's on the gearbox of exotic planes. Top Gun got a little squirmy out of that though. I don't know if Top Gun's going to catch Willow now,
their tires falling off a bit.
He might. But it's close. He's going to take a look. No, he's not. He's not even going to try and make a move.
It's deflated now.
6/10 back is just a little too far.
Yeah, realistically, you need to be, what would you say, in about 4/10 maybe?
4 to 5. 5 at the absolute most, I reckon. To be able to make it back and then get the braking done properly. Willow's in for a good chance here. But commentators curse and all that. All 40. What's his name now?
Who are you thinking of? Björn?
No, it's Sebastian Buemi.
Oh,
In
okay.
2010, I think it was China, where both his front wheels just popped off.
Yes, it was. That's one of my favourite clips to date.
Yeah, that's the commentator's curse. That's what happened to Willow here. Both his front wheels pop off.
Should we just commentators curse everyone?
Yeah, everyone's gonna win.
No. So Top Gun's having a good race so far. Willow too. Exotic Plane's also having a good race. So is Chaz. So is Sano. So is Deflated. Bar from his 6 seconds of time penalties. Camper, Jakob, Girthy Steve, Rothwell, Johnny B, Padge, Sebastian, and Small as Miley.
Padge is having a great race. He just overtook Sebastian.
Sebastian. As Padge on the exit of turn 3 has a little coming together with Sebastian, but both cars are fine.
Smaller Smiley is catching Padge and Sebastian, but he's dropped to 37 seconds off the lead now. It's quite far back. He could use a safety car.
Yeah, safety car would be a massive help to his race.
John said, like, the undercut's very OP here, so if there wasn't a safety car on Tuesday, I apologise now. There would have been, then he would have pitted lap 13, so if you likes of Sano, Deflated, Cod and Jakob, they'd do that now.
Oh,
Speaking
and
of, why is
that...
oh, that's why he's pitting. I was looking, I'm like, why is everybody falling down the order?
Yeah, we've got Exotic, and Chaz and Deflated all pitting on
Look at that.
lap 12.
John must be whispering in Deflated's ear at the moment because he's just pit now.
It was a lap earlier than John suggested. But maybe going from as Sebastian pits for a change of wing, but it's on the soft tyre.
He's done this before. I mean, statistically speaking, if you're going to get a safety car, you're most likely to get one around this phase where people start thinking of pitting because their tyres are going off and they're not quite making it. But as I say that,
Smaller
Smiley
has had a
goes
little spin. His front wing looks intact, so he'll be able to continue, but...
You just had a little bump off the curb there.
I imagine tyre attempts as the front
pitting.
runners are pitting now.
Nature Alloy gets 3-second time penalty.
As Girthy Steve will be leading the race.
If he can take it off of
turn
Camper.
Of course, the only driver to start on the hard tyres, but he gets the move
He gets the move done. Girthy Steve is leading this race. Girthy Steve. Go Steve. Come on, Steve. Yeah. Steve managed to overtake Camper and Rothwell's just behind him.
And Johnny B too.
I need a pint of Stella in my hand. Smaller Smiley though has made it up into P12. That pit seeing him potentially getting points if this carries on, but he is 15 seconds behind his teammate.
Yes, and Smaller Smiley might be struggling to make it to the end if tyres do go off the cliff here.
As
And
John
as
John,
John said,
he
they
got.
lost the entire race. But, you know.
He also said, what this is a moment in history. Oh, what this is a moment in history. Take a picture. Girthy Steve leading a race.
Pitching.
That's,
As Johnny B gets a speeding in the pit lane, that is very unfortunate for his race. So the gap from first to second is currently 9 seconds as Exotic gets past Chat
yeah.
into turn one.
Just thinking of thumbnails.
Oh,
Potentially.
as Exotic gets a
Oh.
3 second time penalty, that could be very spicy towards the end of this race.
That very much could be. Because now all Willow's got to do is just hang around.
I mean, I'll look back at Willow's warnings, and it might not be looking good for Willow.
I mean, all they have to do here is just keep it clean then. Like, don't race too hard, keep it clean. Take care of it. But Chaz is on for a good one here as well. A very good chance that he could potentially take this
That
position.
that that race pace is incredible from um Willow there. As I believe you have. Okay.
What's happened to Top Gun? Yeah,
Uh,
Top Gun's dropped off the pace a bit.
there's his lost gap to the third and fourth place drivers currently of Exotic and Chaz.
It's a shame, really. He was flying along earlier.
Unfortunately for Girthy, Steve, this gap is closing down very quickly.
Yeah, just watching, like go to Willow on the camera, and they're just as he comes around turn 11, and you just see Girthy driving off the screen. So here we go then. They've got the DRS, but Exotic Planes is still 6/10 back. Is it enough, or are we going to see Willow keep it ahead this particular race, this particular lap? Oh, very close there.
Oh, as Girthy gets a 3 second time penalty.
How does he? Oh. So I'm thumbnail hunting at the moment for Padge.
He's on 6 seconds currently.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Oh, he'd already had a 3 seconds, didn't he?
Yeah.
See what else is going on the grid while these guys fight there through that section. Seno and Codcamper are battling one another. Sorry, Seno and Jakob. But then it's never mind. So Codcamper, Rothwell, Johnny B all scrapping out for P9 here. Oh no, they're not. They're 4 seconds away from one another. Sorry. Don't know why that crossed my mind. So they're on the track. Top Gun 3 seconds.
So Willow is the only one in the top 6 currently that doesn't have a 3 second time penalty.
Are we going to see some action here from these cars?
We are, as they
Oh, they swap
swap
places.
around. As they try and catch up to Girthy Steve, as they have now just got within a second of Girthy Steve.
Garty Stev.
Steve!
Yeah, I mean, he's on those 16 lap old hards. They're going to be wearing and tearing a little now.
Yeah, guaranteed he was holding out for a safety car, and it's just not come for him, unfortunately.
Poor Stev. Gertie Stev.
As Sebastian pits again off his soft tyres.
About time. I
Um,
mean, I don't know what the man was thinking trying to run on those soft tyres for so long. Like, oh no, Padge.
Not Padge. But Exotic gets past Gerthy. And I think Chaz and Willow will all look to get past as Gerthy does not have DRS.
All 4 cars going there through that part of the track. The guy, he's dropped off. Yeah, no, he would have lost that position quite easy. I mean, it wasn't. I would have put up a fight if I was in that position, if I could. I mean, you're still racing for position, right? But Willow, all he's got to do here is keep it clean, and he'll have won this race. What's the gap looking like to the leader now for the some of the back runners? There's still
It
33
is
seconds for Smiley. He's pretty much on the same tyres as Gerthy Steve as well at this point, isn't he?
yes. He will not be looking forward to the end of this race.
Go just over halfway through this race now, and we're running up to turn 1. We're not going 3 cars wide.
There's the potentiality of seeing that later in the race, I imagine.
They're just holding position now as well, but Exotic Planes has lost a position to Chaz. Again, that makes sense. Is Exotic Planes going to lose to Willow here? No, he's not.
I thought he would. I thought there'd be more of an opportunity from Willow there with having DRS.
Willow's best bet here is to play it safe. If he has, at the minute, in terms of track position, he's winning the race. Like, in like overall track position, he is winning the race. And so if he's not careful, he could make a mistake and then fall off the back and end up out of the running entirely. Gertie Steve loses out to Top Gun. But
Jakob gets a 3-second time penalty.
who doesn't have penalties at the minute?
Willow and Sano.
Willow, Sanum and Smiley. So here we go again, up into turn 1. The 3 front runners. Exotic Planes switches with Willow there. Not Willow. Chaz. I'm forgetting names. Feel a bit bad for the guys running in P9 through 14 because they're kind of just here at the moment.
Yeah, they're really relying on a safety car to get into some sort of battle here. I imagine it can get very lonely on the track for those drivers.
But there is. Somebody is around.
Sebastian has spun. Don't think there's going to be a safety car, but
No,
he
wasn't
is
stationary
going
for
to be
long enough.
lapped here.
Yeah,
And he's only just pit.
I was gonna say, in terms of tyre wear, it's Girthy Steve and Smaller Smiley who would be most likely to cause a safety car out of anybody, but apparently the new Smaller Smiley gets his first time penalty.
Could we see a race where everyone gets a penalty?
Sebastian's DNF. Did he DNF in the pit?
He did retire in the pit lane. He, of course, got laps, so I don't think there was much he could have done to get back into this race.
Yeah, I mean, once you're lapped and they've done their pit and everyone's pit, yeah, you're going to be a lap down and the safety car comes out.
Yeah. So that's unfortunate end to the race for Sebastian there. Hopefully he'll be around in the coming weeks in maybe Brazil Vegas, Qatar, or Abu Dhabi
Yeah.
to have a redemption arc.
Sebastian is a pacey racer, but he makes. It's like me, right? Pacey makes lots of mistakes. It's lacking in that consistency, but it's easily done.
Oh,
But
100%. Mistakes are very easy to be made.
wow, Exotic is 7/10 off Chaz here. I really don't think he's going to make it. I don't think he'll be able to catch up with Chaz here and to make the
Not
overtake.
unless he, not unless he burns battery.
No, he did. He did, no. Chaz must have been. No, Chaz has got full battery, so he obviously wasn't burning to try and keep him ahead. I mean, it wouldn't make much sense at that point to try that. Deflated Wee and Jakob change positions again. Oh, and the two of them bounce off one another.
Oh, and deflated is spun.
Deflated is around.
That is very unfortunate. I hope there was nothing
It looked like the two
coming
just
out of
went
that.
bumping through the middle section. Or the
Yeah,
middle of that chicane.
from that view, it just looked like a racing incident there.
It's hard view to have, because mine was from the side.
Uh,
Top Gun
even
still in the
then,
race.
even then, it's like a 2-1 doesn't really go, does it?
It kind of can and it can't. I mean, when I was racing here yesterday, I was P2 at the start, and I had a run off the line, got P1, but the person that was in P3, obviously they had a slipstream all the way down to turn 1. Took the inside, so they had the... Oh, Gertie Steve. Speeding in the pit lane.
No.
So yeah, so they had the run on me into turn 1, but because they kept to the right hand side, it meant that then I had the inside line into turn 2, and if you play it right, then whoever's on the outside really kind of has to concede coming out of turn 2. I mean, I think they lost traction as well. I don't know if we had a little bit of contact or if they lost traction, but it wasn't anything malicious. You know, I made it through into turn 3 and they were a bit behind me, so yeah. But again, it seems like Chaz is getting better grip through the middle sector.
Maybe he's running a bit more downforce than the other two.
I would think so, to be honest with you, given how easily Exotic Planes overtook him into turn 1 from that far back. Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if he is running just that little bit extra downforce compared to everybody else. Yeah. There's like a 20 km/h difference between the two of them at the minute.
Wow. We've got some very different wings here from both the drivers. But at the moment, if it stays the way it is, Willow will win the race out of just not having any time penalties.
Thing is, Willow kind of needs to finish ahead of Exotic here. If he wants to win, as he said earlier on, if he wants to win the championship, and he still could, he'd have to win every race and finish with Exotic finishing in at least P3 every time. So
in an ideal world for Willow, Chaz needs to get ahead of Exotic and cross the line P1.
yes, with Willow crossing the line P2 so that Exotic drops into P3.
Well, Exotic would be P3 anyway, because they've both got the same amount of penalties. They've both got 3 seconds worth of penalties.
Yeah,
so.
but that means that Willow has to finish ahead of Exotic Planes, and Natured Alloy has to finish ahead of Exotic Planes.
Yes.
So, otherwise Willow will come P1, yeah, but then Exotic.
Well, Willow's going to be P1 no matter what.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. So
all Chaz needs to do is finish ahead of Exotic, and that's the best possible scenario for Willow, because then there'll be a 10-point gap.
So it either has to be Chaz, Willow, Exotic, or
Willow
Will
Chaz Exotic.
Willow Chaz Exotic, yeah, which is
The exact same thing.
or Chaz Exotic Willow. Yeah, that
Yes.
would also work.
That's
So
what we were thinking.
as it stands, that's what we were trying to get at, wasn't it? As it stands at the
Yeah.
minute, this particular configuration will see
Willow P1.
Willow P1 and Chaz P3, Exotic P3. And the problem is these three are keeping together so quickly here that there's just no gapping.
They all. I want to see all their previous lap times on lap 25, just to see what all lap times they're doing. So Willow did a 17.3. Chaz did a 16.7.
Yeah, he had the DRS that lap, so that makes sense.
Yeah, and Exotic did a 17.7.
Yeah, around this track, the DRS is worth about a second a lap.
So take out the DRS, they're all setting very evens time.
Mm-hmm.
Gertie Steve has got past Johnny B into the final points paying position so far.
And he'll keep that for a while yet, I think. I mean, the delta between those two tyres is 9 laps, and there's only 10 laps to go, so I think the mediums will start dropping off. You'll probably see similar medium-hard performance at the end of this race. So I think Gertie Steve might even be able to pit Rothwell and stretch Codcamper.
That's if he can get through and utilise the DRS. Because if he doesn't break the DRS gap as a Top Gun has had a little spin in the final corner.
He's got no front wing.
So he'll have to
he does.
pit.
He does. He's just damaged. I think he's going to retire.
He does not. So he is going to pit for the mediums and go to the end of this race and try and make up as many places as possible.
Fair play. There you go. Gertie Steve is now up into P9 because of that.
Gertie Steve.
So he's only 1.2 seconds behind Rothwell. Oh, Gertie Steve has 16 seconds worth of lap time penalties there because he took that 10 seconds.
Oh yes.
So he'd have to finish 7 seconds ahead of Rothwell to take P8 because Rothwell has 9 seconds of penalties. He doesn't have a hope of beating Codcamper now.
As we have two lovely battles on track, or three. We have the battle for P1, 2, and 3. Then we have a battle for P4 and 5. There is now a battle between Rothwell and Gertie Steve showing up. And there is a lovely battle at the back of the grid between Smiley Smiley and Padge.
Codcamper gets another 3.
It was really me hoping that it was one of the drivers that doesn't have a penalty so far, so we can complete this. Do they have penalties or not grid?
Yeah, Gertie Steve took that off Rothwell easy. Still on the thumbnail hunt.
You kind of can't quit until you get the perfect.
Yeah,
one.
kind of. So like, I turn off all the overlays. You'll see all the if you got the show results, turn off the overlay, snap a few quick screenshots. Like at the end of this, my captures folder is going to just be filled with screenshots of like various points on track where I can try and get some decent cars. What I want is like the overhead view into turn 1 of the cars going 3 wide. That would be the perfect one, but I don't think we're going to see that.
I think the helicopter cam of the exit of the stadium section through the final corner is probably one of the better cameras angles.
That's a cool one, yeah. This is a good one as
well.
Speaking
of, yeah, that's an amazing one. All 3 cars going.
Snap that one.
As Top Gun gets a 3-second time penalty. I don't know if that's a second one or not.
I've accidentally left the penalties up.
Oh, that's fine. You
Yes, he's
can
6 seconds
see them.
at the minute. So that's his second one. I tell you what, the amount they've gapped to Sano though is crazy.
Yes, just by having the effect of DRS and
Constant
not
DRS off the three of them.
as Girthy Steve has got past Cod Camper.
If Girthy Steve finishes 10 seconds ahead of Codcamper, he'll take P6 or P7, but he has to finish 10 seconds ahead and get no more penalties.
He will be hoping to pull that off. Or if Cod Camper gets what? 4 time like
Yeah.
12 track limit warnings.
Which I can't imagine we'd see, but you never know. Jakob and Sano are fighting up into turn one. Is Jakob going to be able to take the place of Sano? He moves wide across, finishes that pass nice and easily, so that's that completed. Jakob's up into P4 now. However, he has got those penalties, which would put Sano behind put him behind Sano. However, at the back of the grid, we do have Smaller Smiley and Padge within a second of one another.
As Chaz gets another 3 second time penalty, which basically
Oh
more or not
no!
confirms that Willow will not be getting the ideal finishing time unless Exotic does get another 3 second time penalty.
Mm-hmm.
Which, looking at his warnings, might very well be possible before the end of this race.
I think we could see Padge snap Smaller Smiley here on this lap.
His smaller Smiley does look like he is struggling with his almost 30 lap old tyres here.
Do you know what though? Fair play, making those tyres, like, obviously they're going to be screaming a little, but making them run. Oh, even in TD.
TD,
Yeah,
hello.
TD's in the chat. Yeah, making those Padge has dropped off. He had a moment in sector 2. He's off the DRS now, so he's not going to
Oh
catch
no.
Smiley on this lap.
His Top Gun is back into the points again after his front wing
Fiasco.
cascade. That's not the right word, but oh well.
The front wing fiasco.
Front wing fiasco.
So now though, Chaz has dropped behind Willow. So we've got those three cars there, sort of going through there out of the stadium section. I mean, Willow is only 0.18 seconds behind Exotic. He's just going to make that pass easily. Well early as
Yeah.
well. Chaz might even now snap Exotic into the next DRS zone.
Yeah, exactly. They've just been at this for ages now, so we'll have to see how that unfolds in the last few laps. Well, TD, on comms you have an angry Corgi who's been here since the very start of the season.
Bar one race. I missed a race.
Well, you've been here since the start anyway.
Yes, I have. Yeah.
And then you have the runner-up in the 82 championship in IIRL currently 82 in a very great battle with Greg, which is coming down to the wire. Oh, Corgi! TD!
He loves me.
Get out of here.
Yeah, it's all about the cork. Oh, cork. I can't do a New Zealand accent, so I'm not going to try.
Neither can I. I'm not going to bother.
No, don't leave TD. We love you.
Nah, TD don't love me, so.
That sounds like a you problem. I'm fine.
Hello to you, TD, to you too.
Yes, and we hope to see you one day again in the future. We miss
We
you.
hope to see you back racing soon.
Rothwell gets another 3 seconds. TTFN.
TTYL.
Oh, I haven't used TTFN. Makes me think I like on MSN in 2001. And
What was that like?
oh, he doesn't have an Xbox currently. Oh, I mean, I'm only up the road. You can come borrow mine for. Oh, Willow's teleporting all over the road.
Yeah, he opened his glitch
Oh,
muscle
yeah, his glitch mode's on. It's only up the
and
road, TD.
pretending
I'll just throw you my Xbox. Just drive by and just throw it
out
out
of
the
the
window.
window.
Yeah.
As Willow has broken DRS here,
He has.
but now we're seeing
Oh
Exotic's
no
different
no no
level
no
wings.
no! See, Exotic did have it. He must have marginally been within that 1 second at the detection point.
Oh.
So he's pulled back. That's he 0.6 seconds with that. And I imagine he burnt some battery as well. He did, because Willow has got much more battery than he has. Willow's not in a bad position here at all. As soon as he opened up that clean air, it's like, let's go. Oh, who's that? Someone around? Is that
It's
Rothwell?
Rothwell.
No!
He is now going to have to pit. As Gertie Steve has got ahead of Deflated Wee.
What?
I don't know when that happened. But Gertie Steve is currently track position P6. Unfortunately, with penalties, will drop down to, I think,
Yeah,
P9.
unless Padge spins away, he's got to break off Deflated Wii by 10 seconds in order to keep that, which in 3 laps I can't see it happening.
No.
Well, actually, no, it's not 3 laps. It's 4 because no, it's 3. It is 3 because they're just going to be finishing lap 34, 33 now, maybe. I don't know if they've been lapped. I can't do my numbers in my head.
Uh, I don't think they have. The
Yeah, they've not been lapped.
lap time's
Oh,
about 1 minute
yeah.
15, so they're about 10 seconds away from being lapped, maybe.
No, I'm just silly because they're in P. They're. Yeah, where are they? Oh, they're down there. They're just crossing the line now, so they're not anywhere near being lapped. And yeah, now they're just starting lap 35 as well. So he'd have to cut off a big gap, but he's not got. He's just lost the position to Deflated again. So,
Yeah, they're going to be swapping to the end.
but as it stands, Girthy Steve is in a. Oh wow, he pushed ahead there. I don't know if there was a bit of contact through that section. Maybe we should be watching that battle a bit more, but let's have a look.
Mm.
In terms of penalties, he's he's only about 4 seconds ahead of Cod Camper, 5-6 seconds ahead of Top Gun. He'll finish in P9 as it goes at the minute. Yeah, he'll easily finish P9. He'd have to put a bit more of a gap onto everyone. Let's have a look. Yeah, he's 5 seconds ahead of Top Gun, so...
Oh, there's Exotic and Willow are battling a little bit.
Scrapping.
Little bit of a scrap. Exotic has a look down the inside again, but nothing comes of it.
All the people in the background clapping and cheering as our cars go through on the last lap of the race.
Oh, this is the last lap. Oh no.
Yeah, it is.
But Willow will have this as he.
Yeah, that's it. Unless he makes a massive mistake here.
Oh, but Chaz has a look around the outside into the stadium section. Is he going to make the move down? Oh, he is not. That is it. As they drivers come to the line, Willow crosses the line. P1 does not get a time penalty entire race. Exotic P2 and Chaz P3.
There you go. Jakob is next across the line.
He will cross the line P4, but will drop to P5 with a penalty. We're saying there was our other driver who did not get a time penalty this entire race.
Jumps up into P4. Deflated wee and Dirty
Deflated
Steve.
Steve. Deflated wee crosses the line P6 after fending off Gertie, who will have to see how far he drops down. I think Gertie Steve lost that fuel, ran out of fuel just before the line there.
That is tight. Johnny B
He must.
crosses the line. Johnny B must have also sped in the pit lane.
He did, yes.
And our last two on-track runners, Smaller Smiley, who has made it like
As
34 laps on those tyres.
he has done an amazing job with those tyres of pitting on lap 2. Incredible stuff from him there.
With Padge finishing 12.
I think that was a lovely little battle for the lead there, if I do not say so.
Cheers, Rids. Yeah, you know what? I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the back and forth of those guys. They kept it really clean and tidy as well, and Willow just sort of waited, didn't he? He just bid his time for that to come.
As we have a very UK podium, British dominance will not be tolerated.
Well, there we have it. That's the roundup here. For 81.
As Willow gains 8 points on Exotic in our 81 drivers standings. Not 100% sure what the gap was between the two drivers before this race, but Exotic is definitely going to be looking forward to the end of the season and hope he can get anywhere close to Exotic Planes in the championship.
Yeah, I think it's going to be an interesting end to this season if those two keep at it like that.
Yeah, you said previously that Willow would have to catch up, or Willow would have to win an Exotic P3 pretty much the entirety of the way through to the end of the season, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, if that's what Willow said earlier on, he'd have to basically gap him by 12 points a race in order to catch up with the 5 at this point remaining races. So.
Okay.
Yeah. Because after this we've got Brazil, then.
Oh,
Las
Brazil
Vegas.
could go any which way. Vegas will just be straight line OP. A lot of DRS. I feel like there'll be a massive DRS train there.
Oh yeah. Then a bit of Quatter.
Oh, track limit.
L.
Hell. Yeah.
Oh no! Wait, I'm wrong. There's 6 races left. Well, there would have been 6
What?
for this because you've got Brazil, Las Vegas,
because we missed
Yeah.
races.
Qatar, Abu Dhabi, and then Jeddah.
Oh, we've got
No,
Jeddah
Japan.
to do.
It's Japan 81.
Oh, it's Japan. Jeddah is the MA one.
Yeah.
That's missing, and then Australia is being done in 82.
Yeah. Cool. Well, cheers for that, guys. Thank you, everybody, for joining us for this 1 hour and 20-minute stream. Bit shorter than usual because we had that lovely 81. Sorry, that short. What's it called?
Short
quality.
qualifying.
Short qualifying. So thank you for joining us. We love you all immensely, and we'll hope to see you again on Sunday for the 82 race, where hopefully I'll win.
No, you will not.
Oh, we'll see. I say this is my favourite track, but I'll probably spin on the straight. It's not unheard of. Right, well.
I hope for you it does.
Alright, well, good night, everybody. Have a lovely evening. We'll catch you Sunday.
Good night, everyone.
Bye-bye.